Welcome to my channel. This video is for an easy Christmas bow with Floral Picks. Please consider joining my YouTube family by subscribing and don't forget to tap that bell for notifications on my uploads, live streams, and premieres. So I need some cable ties and at least one chenille stem. I'm using some 4-inch cable ties and a little bell that I'll put in the center. I've got this silver glitter spray and then these red berries. So I'm going to go ahead and attach those together just to make things a little bit easier. So just use one cable tie there to attach those together and cut off that end. Then I can set that to the side and start on my bow. So the first ribbon I'm using, I cut 28 inches of length, and this is a 1.5 inch width. On this bigger one, this is a 2.5 inch width, I cut 37 inch length. And then on this gingham, I've got 71 inches, and that just happened to be what was left on the roll, so I got lucked out. So I'm going to start with the top layer. I'm doing 6-inch tails, and then I'm going to measure out 8-inch loops. Now I pre-cut these, so they should work out perfectly, these first two ribbons. And like I said, I just lucked out on that red gingham. And as I put that together, that last tail is too short, and I want them to be pretty matchy-matchy, so I'm just going to start over, and I probably just measured over a little bit on probably everything or maybe one thing, so I'm just going to redo that. It's no big deal, it won't take me but a second. And once I do it the second time there, it worked out great. So these bows are very simple to make. Just make sure you always twist your ribbon before you form your next loop or tail. And that's a cute little bow tie cheer bow, bow tie, whatever you want to call it. So cute. Very simple. So now I'm measuring out 8 inches for the tail on this ribbon. This ribbon is going to be under the other one, so you want to go a little bit longer, that way it stands out. And then I'm going to do 10-inch loops. So you see how I'm gathering it, and then I twist the ribbon so that pattern is always on top. And then I'm measuring out my second loop, so I've got, again, I'm doing 2 loops and 2 tails. Now when you've got these printed ribbons like that, you got one side that turns upside down on the loop. One loop is right and then the other one is upside down. If you give it a full twist, usually it will, then you'll have it right, and usually it'll stay in place, but it's not a guarantee that it'll do that. But try doing that. Try giving it a full twist on that, on those loops on whatever side are upside down. So see, I'm going to put this plaid on top of the choo-choo trains, which I think the trains are so cute. I love that ribbon. So now for the gingham, and I'm going to do, again, I'm going 2 inches bigger on everything, 10-inch tails and 12-inch loops. Like I said, I had, this was what was left over on the roll of ribbon, so I did not know if I was going to have enough or however many loops I was going to be able to make, but it worked out perfectly that I was able to do 2 tails and 4 loops. Since this is the very back ribbon, you want to make it a little bit bigger so it stands out. Get those 4 loops, 2 on each side. And since it's the gingham, I don't have to worry about the pattern at all. Just only, you know, your top, the top is glitter, so, and then the inside of the ribbon is not as pretty, so you don't want that to be showing. You want always the outside of the ribbon to be on top. So just secured with a cable tie. Before securing it all the way, I put a couple of cable ties through there in the back. That is what I'm going to use to attach my Floral Picks to it. I just love using cable ties. I think they're so much more secure, and then you can go over them with wire as well to make, well, for hanging it, but as extra security. So I'm just kind of fluffing out my loops and moving them around to where I want them. I just think that bow is so cute, and it's very easy to make, very, very easy to make. And as you can see, I still ended up with one loop too big, so all I have to do is pull on that tail to get it even. Now I'm ready for the floral pick, and you've got those stems, so you want to worry about those stems. That one has an ugly brown stem, so I'm going to cut that up, cut it off up towards the berries as far as I can. They are pretty thick, so it can be difficult to cut those off. Don't mind the silver glitter one if it's showing a little bit because it's pretty. Plus, sometimes you need something to hold on to on these types of bows. So you can cut that off, or you can just bend it up and bend it over all the way, and then take a cable tie and secure that together so it's got like a little loop at the bottom. But you want to make sure that you secure that together though, or it's just going to be kind of going to the side. So I'm going to lay that on there right about where I want it. I'm just looking to see, I don't want any of the ugliness showing, I just want pretty showing. And then I'm going, but I do want to go ahead and add my bell first. So just run my chenille stem through that bell, and that's a pretty chenille stem, it's a metallic one. And I'm just going to run that through the middle, give it a couple of twists. I just decided that it would probably be easier to go ahead and add that first and then go back to these floral picks. Now I'm just going to tighten up those two cable ties that I put in there, pulling them as tight as you can, and then of course cut off those ends. And then I tried to kind of move them to the side, and of course one broke off, but I tried to move it kind of to the side because they're kind of jagged when you cut them off, so I didn't want that on the back side. So it was real simple to go ahead and add another cable tie through there. Wasn't a big deal. Again, I want to pull that, and I'm trying to pull it kind of to the side like I said, because it's harder once you've got it tight to move it around. And then I went ahead and added one more just because that one broke off so easily. I want to make sure it's really nice and secure. And then you can take that chenille stem and twist it around too to make sure you've got some extra security. I was a little worried that the chenille stems were now too small or too short to attach it to anything, so I'm just adding another chenille stem on the back side and then twisting the two chenille stem ends together, so it's just one on each side instead of having 4 chenille stem ends. So now I'm going to cut my dovetails or V-shape on the ends of my ribbons, and then I'm taking a lighter and I'm just very quickly running over the ends of the ribbons just to kind of heat seal them a little bit. So I ended up with a bow that was about 22 inches long on the very longest points, and then about 12 inches wide. So it's a nice size bow. It's very pretty. You could use this on a wreath. It could be a tree topper or a lantern or just whatever you want to put it on. You just got to remember with those floral picks that it can make them top heavy. So it's best like if there's something behind it, like a wreath or something. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please subscribe, share, comment, like. Please be kind with your comments. Please be kind to others, and happy crafting, everyone.